Alright, testing. Okay, so hopefully I'm being heard. Hopefully I'm being heard clearly. I'm hoping I'm being heard clearly right now. But hey guys, sorry for the late start. My apologies, really was having some connectivity issues for the past half an hour or so. Alright, since I was trying to start at 5 a.m. But I just took it through. I actually got through. Here we are now, kind of late, but you know, we're gonna still see what we could get in the markets here. And I really do apologize for that, but it was some out of my control. Right, so wow, taking a look here. Pullbacks, just quite amazing pullbacks, right? So we can see that we have the 80 pairs, right? And I was actually looking to see a break above this zone here, right, for the continuation of longs for the 80. But you can see that we did actually have pullbacks from these major areas here in market open. The right Sunday evening we had that open price just reverse pullback down from these key levels, right? And I was actually looking to see this being maintained, price push higher, that sort of thing, with again that weak US dollar. But we just saw this major pullback, so something I'm really interested in actually in continuation longs right around here in 80 CAD. I think this is a great area for continuation long. We come into a key area right here, so I do think we could see some reversal right here in 80 CAD. This is something I'm really interested in possibly get into, right? If we take a look here at the economic calendar, we'll see what we have coming up. And here on GJ as well, GJ, wow. So GJ looks like we didn't even actually miss much if we actually entered, you know, around 5. Really nothing much happened right here on this candle currently. Right, so we have some Fed news, but just some speeches, right, from some of the Fed representatives. We also have we have retail sales for the GBP. We have Gov Daily speech as well for the GBP. Not really much, and then we have the Westpac Consumer Confidence Index. We have this coming out, looking to be higher than the previous, so that's great for the currency itself. So we'll see what actually what transpires there. But overall here on the GBP, as well as some of the other cross pairs, once we had that little pullback, right, and there's one of the things too that you can note that, all right, pullback, if it's because of the currency strength or if it's because of something else. Euro CAD, we have Euro CAD just ranging right here, right? GBP CAD basically just ranging right here, but AD CAD, right, price pull down into here. So is this because of AD weakness, or is it because market sentiment has changed, right? So that's like one thing you can note while watching at these different currency pairs. Sometimes it could be because of a currency weakness that influences a move, right? Rather than, all right, is it just a pullback right now? If that's the case, if it's just a pullback, then you look at areas for possible entry. If not, and it's something else deeper, then you need to pay attention to that and kind of bring that in towards your analysis or whatever your strategy is when it comes to your trading plan, right? So for me, 80 CAD, I'm very much interested in longing this here, something like this right here, back to these highs. My stop loss right below this level here, something like that. And again, taking a look at the 4-hour, the daily, all of that. 4-hourly, the daily, we have this area of support right here. So I want to see some sort of retracement from that area possibly, and coming to the lower levels here, before the only 1 hourly, we can see that, all right, price came in here, reflected from that area, came back up to these highs, right? So this is why I'll use this as a target area. Now, is it because of card strength? No, we could summarize that it's not any card strength. Looking at the other currency pairs here, like Euro CAD and the GB CAD, where price is just ranging, sort of, right? It still has room to move to the upside, so you can see an upside swing here, right? And to the CAD, we had sort of a pullback here as well. So really it could be because of market sentiment, some shift in the sentiment as well. Risk assets just have a little shift. Here in JPY, my entry on this, okay, so we had price coming into this area, strong rejection, came back up here, rejected strongly here, and now we're back into this area. So we have two areas here, the supportive level, and then we have this level here. So for this, I would say for me to enter long on this, I want to see price actually push higher, right? So if we could get or clear, right, this area right here of resistance, we could see some sort of continuation, and that would be sort of like the trade idea for me on this here. All right, take a look at the 1 hour, and let's take a look from the 4 hour to the 1 hour. We kind of just ranging right here, right? From the daily, strong supportive area here, we saw that price came in here multiple times, pushed up, and we could call this sort of like a ranging movement right here. So this here, this would be sort of the trade idea for me, right? Price pushes higher, looking for continuation. This here, your first target, and well, if we could see price push even higher above this area here, then we could come all the way up to here to the daily highs, right? So this would be sort of like the trade for me right here. This is what I'm looking to enter right now, and basically see a continuation move here. All right, now again, note that this is sort of like a riskier setup here in itself, because again, you're comparing, you want to see price actually push higher from this level, right? So you want to see that push above and then that continuation. There should be no reason for price to pull below the current candle here, right? And with the market overall volatility, when we expect volume to come in, we should see that continuation movement. All right, guys, so this is sort of like the trade for me right now, and what I'll be looking to enter in. So let me just, I'll take my camera off, guys. So this is sort of like what the movement is for me, what I'm looking to see price play out and do, and just, yeah, an overall continuation here on the current markets for GJ. So we'll see if we're able to get that sort of movement back to the upside on GJ, or what sort of yeah, if we got any continuation, so if it's going to be something else. But this is currently the only trade that looks reasonable, that and the 80 CAD for me. All part of trading, guys, all part of trading. And well, from here on 80 CAD, so movements we want to see is like a retracement back from this level, yeah, for price to continue higher. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be right back. Just gonna let this do its thing, and I'll be right back for you guys, right? Alright guys, back. I'm back. So we had this break to the upside here, right? Just making sure my audio being heard. Alright, so we had this break to the upside here on GJ. Right? Overall, it looks like we could get a continuation if we have that break closing above, right? So we had the break above, right? We have a sort of a pullback below the level right now. So all this here is resistance. But we want to see like a maintenance of that break, right? So coming down here, the 15-minute, we want to see this candle reject. So we have this wick form at the bottom, right? And then continue to pull higher, right? If anything, we don't want to see this candle breaking the low of this bullish green candle here, right? So ideally, if you want to put your stop loss area, it will be right here below this bullish candle, because at that point, price should have more than enough to actually move higher, right? There should be no reason, if we're going to continue bullishly, for price to break its own low within this upward, like this bullish movement that we saw from the supportive area here, right? So we'll leave it there and see what happens, how it plays out. But that is basically it for me right there. We're gonna see those continuations. We are coming to a lot of resistance right to the side, right? So we have multiple resistance here. You just see that and note that. But again, if we're going to continue bullishly, have that bullish momentum, then there should be no problem. Price should at least give us some push or some movement to the upside, right? So you have 12 minutes until the 1 hour candle closes, and well, for the 15-minute candle to close. So we'll see how that closes, and from there we'll know, okay, is it going to actually continue higher? Do we get stopped out? Price breaks its own low here, or whatever the case is, would transpire for this, right? But that's basically for that. 80 CAD, I did take a trade on 80 CAD, right? But let me just put a alert here at the bottom. Want to see that rejection and continuation, right? There's no real reason for the CAD to be bullish right now, so that's why this, purely from a technical analysis standpoint, right? And again, with some fundamental bias to back it up, this is just the area you want to see price actually holds up to and see that rejection, right? Or see that sort of that range in continuation, because if you look at the 4 hourly, we could call this sort of a range, right? Price came up here, right? We had multiple times, price came to this high, it came more into so, right? We rejected from there, we had this one rejection here, price pulled up, And now at this point we're looking to see that like same sort of movement, a rejection from this area here. Price pulls up and continues higher. We will even actually, if we take a look here at the 4 hourly, we will actually possibly start in sort of like an uptrending movement, right? So price gradually making these higher highs, higher lows type situations, right, within this moving uptrend here. So gradually we saw price kind of coming up here again with the weaker dollar and the weaker Canadian dollar right now. This is sort of like my take on this personally. It's just to see like an upward continuation until something comes out to prove me otherwise. But yeah, that's sort of my take on it right now. Alright, so that 10-minute candle close. That 50-minute candle really doing its thing, right? So pulling back. Again, this is with my stop losses, right? So 182.453 around, so that's where my stop loss is. Just looking to see what price manages to do here. Well, we're pulling back pretty strongly. So at this point, I would say you could manage your risk just to be a little bit more conservative. I'm just gonna leave it to see what price does coming to the hour, the candle close. We have all this rejection here at the side, so if price does pull back, my take on this is still going long, right? I'm just gonna take this off because it's gonna ping off on my alert. Right, my alert is pretty annoying, which is why I'm going to take it off. It's like this high pitch pinging, right? No, but if we're going to continue higher, then again, this right here is where you want to see the break above this area here, and it's a chance for that continuation movement. Now we could possibly be starting on like a zone right here, right? Price bouncing back and forth into this area right here. However, I think that takes away from the key overall movement on the price action itself, right? So this is a possibility, but again, I think that takes away from the key movement of price action. So that's why my take on this is for that long continuation back into this area here. It seems like the higher probable movement. However, that is not to say that along that way we would have price wicking back and forth and all of that. We have volume to study as well coming out in the NY session, so that's something to take into consideration also, and how that affects the price action movement too. So a lot of different things can impact on the price movement itself. So we may be corrected within the direction we expect the price to move. However, it's how price decides to do that, and all these other things that could possibly play into your overall profitability, as well as when you get in your trade, how well or how smoothly the trade goes. It really depends on a lot of different factors too, right? So just a little I guess a little tip note with price action. That's just how it be sometimes. I say 50 minutes really displaying that strong pullback from the area here, right? So we had that break above, however price failed to maintain that break above right here. We have 6 minutes to this candle coming to close, so we're gonna see a full-on rejection. This price gonna turn downwards, start moving bearishly. What would be the case here? And that's just part of it as well. We could have waited for the 50-minute candle close to see exactly whether this candle will break above here. All right, We could have waited to see that, and that would give us sort of like a added confirmation for the move higher, right? If we saw that break to the upside here. So alright, so price actually pulled down below the current candle, right, which gives us sort of an indication that alright, bears they really try to maintain this, right? They're really trying to hold this overall. Alright, so price gives us a pretty strong push from this side up here, right? So that rejection area holding really pretty well. So the question is this going to be the move for us? Is this what it's going to be from price action? Right, we saw this pull on here on the 1 hour here right now. Is this going to be the move? Right, this candle here on the 30-minute actually went from bullish and flipped bearish now as well. Right, so again, this just shows like the bear pressures from this level. Price pushing pretty strongly. Now, if we were able to get a continuation movement, right, that would have just given us more of a confirmation that, all right, buyers started to take control of this market or this price action here. These are the things you come to expect of price action sometimes, especially with GJ. Just about market analyzing the current market situations and stuff like that, right? So again, if we do ever, however, at some point we do get that candle close above here, a strong, nice bullish candle close here on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, right? That'll be the best sort of indication for those, continuation higher, right? Just because again, you see the display of strength right here to the downside bearishness, so. Right, you can say that this is a very important, a significant resistance area or a very significant area for price, right? So that being said, if we get that break above, that just shows, okay, at this break, we have more bullish momentum to continue on, right? If we fail again to break above, right, then that shows you, all right, bearish pressure still remaining into this market pretty strongly, pretty heavily. Therefore, we could see some downside continuations, or price is just going to start ranging and so on. You'll be able to make build on your buyers as to what they expect price to do, right? And all that simply from just watching price action, watching how price reacts to certain levels and stuff like that, right? So here in the 30-minute, ideally what we could have waited for is for coming to the candle close, and if we get that close above, then the continuation seems more highly probable, right? But again, we didn't wait here, right? Price pulled down a little bit. So my second chance on this would be at the same area, but waiting for the price action to actually give us that bullish candle close to the upside, and then those continuations. That'll be sort of like my take on this. If you're looking for a secondary entry or anything like that, that is like the minimum requirement. That's what you want to see. That's the minimum requirement. And if anybody have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for joining the stream as well. So it's something that we get back to doing regularly, and want to continuously do it as well. So we're gonna see. We're gonna really be trying, grinding, and pushing forward on this. 80 card, right? So you see the 80 pairs themselves are pulling down, right? Overall, just the 80 pairs, right? Let me actually delete. Delete this. Right, overall 80 pairs shows some very much strong bearishness, right? Now again, I am looking at these current levels, price action wise, also sentiment. A shift in sentiment would give us, a rise in the price action movement, such as this on 80 CAD, because the Canadian dollar isn't really strong per se. It's just that we're seeing that shift in sentiment for the a shift in sentiment for the risk assets, right? So NZD not really performing as bad as the 80, right? But sort of like the same sort of movements that we see it, right? USD CHF downside move, pushy downside. Gold. Let me just delete all of this extraness for the charts and stuff. So gold, range bound. Here on the daily, range bound. For hourly, a break to the upside would be great for bull continuations, right? On gold for long continuations. That is something that you'll want to see if you're looking to go long. Again, with that USD weakness, I do think that we could see some gold buying, but if it was only a part of like you look at the fundamentals and then price is going to do that, then everybody, I think more people will be more profitable actually trading. But such is not the case, right? We have different things to take into consideration, such as volume when the market's open, and what I expect from the bulls, the dollar longs, and stuff like that. We might see dollar actually pull back, or some more dollar strength, something like that, right? So these are things we need to take into consideration as well. For gold, though, however, if you're looking for a continuation, I'll say at that point for longs, you want to wait and be the guy that's waiting to actually see that break to the upside, right? Once you see that break, we have those long continuations, right? This right here is unnecessary drama. This is what I would call unnecessary drama, because price ranging back and forth really don't make much sense to actually look for a continuation long in such a situation as this, where we just see, all right, price pull back, came in real nice here into the highs, and price gradually started pulling back from here again, right? Like these are the lows here. We might break and actually continue lower, who knows? Right now is anybody's guess. But if you want to be more conservative, I say, and you want to get into a go long, then just wait it out to see price actually push higher, right? And the 30 minutes and the 15 minute, not really much could be told from this, right? Because still a ranging scenario. We have all this here. Maybe if price manages to push above this, you could get a continuation into this level here, right? So if price manages to push above here, you get a continuation into here, right? Completing this sort of zone movement, right? That is a possibility. But for now, I would say just like, just wait, right? Just wait, have some patience. As a real thing is, a lot of times, like what could make or break us as traders is just having some patience with the market, and just like not trying to force anything, just like understanding that, all right, we need to chill, we need to just take a minute, let the markets do its thing, and then we'll get the moves, the continuations that we're looking for, right? So look at this, GJ pulling down, just continuously pulling down here currently. Right, for a 15 minute, had the candle push above, price fails to close above that area, and now we just have that continuation coming down here. So like it's kind of salty about it, but this is like just one of those things that it happens. All right, so can't really do much about that. Price pull down over the exceptional pull. It's okay, right, guys? It happens to the best of us. Can't really do much about that. The only other thing that I think is tradable here, 80 card, possibly to the upside, and that's basically it for me. Yeah, just 80 card. Everything else is like a hit or miss currently, because we now started the week 2. So I would say not to, you know, trade into the narrative of the market open too much. The same thing here goes for a GBP, JPY, right? All it is just pullback, pullbacks, pullbacks. So I'm still keen on the idea of seeing, okay, once we get price to actually break above this area here, those continuations seems like a more higher probable, higher probable thing to see, right? We failed to maintain this move to the upside here on the 15-minute. So we waited for the 30-minute candle close where we saw that pullback, right? If it pulled above and we closed above, continuations, but we didn't get that, price pulled lower, and now we're here, right? We just didn't have the volume to continue pushing higher, right? But that is not to say that overall we can't still see price move. Now on this current candle pulling back here, if this candle, right, reverses on itself and we see that, all right, either the closing and the opening, right, closes at the same time on the hourly candle here, then continuations higher seems even more probable at that point. When we have volume coming in from the end of my session, that seems like a more higher probable cause, right, or movement. Again, you just want to see that bullish push here. Continuation seems, that's it. That'll be the move. So it's a matter of price. Let me just remove this. Price ranging right now. This is the top of the range here. This is sort of the bottom of the range here. Price action, right? So what we want is a breakout of this range, either a strong bearish break to the downside. If we got a bearish candle close, we could continue seeing price move bearish. If we got a bullish candle close above here, right, in the 30-minute, we could see price continue moving bullish. And that's basically it. You just waited for the whichever side candle closes here, right, and volume should carry you the rest of the way. Alright guys, so I think that's it for me. And sorry, let me just put this here. This will be like the trade idea. Bullish candle close, looking for continuations. This will be like the trade. I'm just gonna put a alert here, and I'll let you guys know when I get into it again. Right, so bullish candle close right above here, looking for that continuation. Seems like higher probable. Let me just move this up a little bit, right, because at that point, if we do get that candle close above here, should be no reason at all price actually pulls and breaks that whatever that candle low would be, right? So this will be it here, and that's basically it for me. I'm still like very bullish on GBP, JPY, and this is sort of like the ideal setup that I'll be looking for. All right, and then we can even get continuations even higher depending how that volume does come out to play, right? So that's it for me, guys. Hopefully found this informational, informative, and helpful. Feel free to leave a like. We took a L this morning on the stream, but this is the sort of the play out that we want to see. Alright guys, so really thank you for your patronage. Thank you for joining the stream right now. Leave a like, helps with the algorithm. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's about it. Peace.